Well, hey guys, how are you all on this beautiful sunny summer day? That bird's doing great. He wants you to know he's doing great. So, hey, I'm back. I've got something direct from Kubey, because we love Kubey. I love Kubey. I've loved Kubey for years. And they asked me if I would want to take a look at something. And of course, I was like, yeah. So, they sent me this, and they actually now have given me also an affiliate link, and I'm upfront about that kind of stuff with you guys right away. So there is a link, and there's they give me 2 different discount codes that I could offer. See, the thing is, if they gave me an affiliate link, then I could offer you guys discount codes to use on there. So it'll be in the video description. I can't remember exactly how they work off the top of my head. One offers you more of a discount, and I think that's on anything shipped out of their U.S. warehouse. And one offers a little less of a discount, but that is good on anything shipped out of their global warehouse. So there's 2 different options to use, and that sounds pretty cool to me. And the best thing is I'm allowed to use my own discount code because I buy stuff from Kubey because I like Kubey. Kubey does make very good quality stuff, and they have things in multiple price ranges in different categories. So we're going to take a look. Now I know this is a fixed blade, like kind of an EDC fixed blade sort of knife, which is not, I like fixed blades for different purposes. I have always said my EDC knife of choice is a folder, but I know there's a lot of folks that EDC a fixed blade knife, and I think that if that's what you're comfortable with, that's great. You have to carry a belt to EDC a fixed blade knife. Generally, I mean, I suppose you could just stick it in your pocket, but the shininess on this is going to mess with the camera because it hates me. This is a new packaging to me. I haven't seen this before, but I like it. I mean, yes, the box. I have seen a box. But this particular design. So the model, okay, sorry. Here's the model we're looking at. 14C28N, pretty good Sandvik steel, and micarta, color black. I believe this might also come in an OD green. I think I saw, perhaps, or I'm making that up completely. Let's take a look. This micarta actually looks like a carbon fiber, which is kind of nice. So in here we've got your Kubey card, and we have a knife, and it is sealed. I forgot, Kubey likes to seal everything up. It stays nice and fresh till it gets to you. It does. It's a micarta, but it's funny because the fibers in it kind of looks carbon fibery, which is kind of cool, a little bit. All right, so first, sheath. This doesn't feel like a, what am I thinking of? It's an injection molded plastic. It's not, I can't think of the stuff that you fold and you fold and you smush. But anyway, injection molded plastic sheath, and you've got a tech lock on it. Very slim little tech lock, but you can position around like you can with any tech lock, whatever. Yeah, nice secure lock. Okay. So set up for vertical carry out of the box, but you could easily set this up for a scout carry if that's your thing. Retention is good, but yeah, I'm just checking. Takes more than an oops to pop it out, but very easily ejects with your thumb. What do they call that? Ballistic ejection? Okay, I like that. Very nice stonewash. See if I can capture it. Now, whenever I do these outside videos, I'm always afraid it's going to be a little blurry because it's hard to see the screen, but I love doing videos outside. Even though we have dead grass because of this little heat wave we went through, I just like doing videos outside. I think you get a really nice view of everything I'm showing you. So great stonewash finish, real interesting spear point kind of blade shape, which I don't know, you don't see very often in a little EDC fixed blade like this. It is little, I gotta tell you. It's a little guy. Micarta's done nicely. I always say this about micarta. It can be nice and well done and smooth, but it still has a grip to it. That's what micarta offers you. When it's wet, it feels a little bit grippier, in fact, because that's the nature of the fibers that are in there and everything. But well done, nicely done machine micarta. I hate, and this is not Kubey, I hate when all knife makers do that. This is just me. I like it when we have nice parallel and even scales and spine. I don't like it when anything protrudes above anything, but it's very common to see in knives all over the place. I'm not sure why they choose to do that. I don't know how many times I've complained about it in my videos, but the world has not listened to me. Go figure. No, I know there's probably a reason to it. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like that creates hot spots, but then again, millions of knife users have no problem with it. I guess it's just my personal preference. I love the jimping, right where I always like to see jimping. That's perfect. And it's not too rough or aggressive, but it definitely grabs the thumb right there. You've got a nice lanyard hole area. It's not technically a hole, but you know. But it lets you kind of have some freedom of that lanyard movement when it's in the sheath, depending on how you're holding it. You know, lots of different areas for the lanyard to wiggle around, so it's not just in one spot, bopping around and getting in the way. A little bit of jimping on the bottom, just to keep your finger from accidentally sliding forward, which is nice. That's a good thought. And it's comfortable. Now, I have these big, stupid hands, and so I like a little bit more real estate on a knife. I have been getting more used to the small ones lately, you know, but it does kind of disappear a little bit in my hand. If I had that lanyard on it, it would give me just that little extra reach to hold on to, which would be great. But it is a comfortable little design, and I really do like the blade shape. I really like the blade shape. The bevels are perfectly even, and they are, from appearances, they're finished very nicely. They've got a really nice polished appearance there. So I'm hoping for a really nice sharp blade out of the box, which, I mean, Kubey always gives us really great fit and finish, whether you have their very top of the line, higher end stuff, or their, you know, more budget friendly stuff. You always get really good fit and finish right out of the box with Kubey. So speaking of that, let's give it a shot. Yeah, it feels really good. Nice gliding feeling going through the paper. If I can make it, there we go. If I can actually cut through the paper again. It's a really nice, it is so hard. If you haven't done a paper test, it's really hard to explain in words how it feels. Some knives feel like I say laser beam. Some knives I like say it's like a nice smooth glide. Some knives I say it, anyway, they are not, you could have three knives that are very, very, very super sharp, but they just have different feelings going through. This is the kind of knife that just glides. And what I mean by that is you feel that it's kind of, how do I say this right? You don't feel it in the paper, because that would be bad, that would be friction, but you feel it sort of almost like it's on a pathway, like it's not just gonna slip out. That's what I mean by gliding, like there's control there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there's a control on its path through it. That's probably the best way to say it. So when I say knife glides, has a gliding feel doing the paper cut, it feels like there's a control on its pathway through the paper. That's probably, I don't know, it's hard, like I said, it's hard to describe these feelings in words if you're not actually doing it. But it is a nice feeling going through the paper. Now, this being an EDC type knife, we're not going to go crazy, but yeah, it's a fixed blade. We're not going to bang it through wood and do stuff like that. That's not what this would be intended for. I mean, we could, and we might in a follow-up if you guys want to see it. But it's just a nice, simple EDC design. I really like the kind of spear point on a smaller EDC knife. That's not common. It's not unheard of, and there are plenty out there. But really, with an EDC design, most times we're looking at a drop point. That's the most common kind of thing. Or, you know, sheep's foot, Warncliffe, but a spear point is nice because we don't see it a whole lot, and I just like the aesthetic look of it. So it's kind of cool to see. I'll probably carry it around and mess with it a little bit. That will mean having to wear the proper accoutrements to wear a fixed blade around for a while. But there's going to be, you know, summertime camping and everything going on, so it's going to be an opportunity to do it. I will definitely report back to you if I have any, you know, significant things I think you should know about it. You'll probably see it in other videos, because what I do like to do with these little fixed blades is, as a, you know, they're very solid. So if I'm working on a project around the house, if in kitchen work, these little guys are great for doing small, like, kind of food prep type stuff. Besides your regular EDC tasks, you know, which I typically don't have them on me to do, I find reasons to use them, especially workshop type stuff when I'm doing other things, which is why you usually see these kinds of things in other videos more than you see them being carried by me. But it definitely has a nice feel, nice look, well put together. So, and again, link, discount codes. If you like it, you can get it at a little bit of a discount. So I have never, ever, ever in my life had a Kubey go bad on me, fail, not perform, since the very first one I got. The very first one I got was not my favorite. My absolute favorite is the old Kubey 003, which is no longer in production, but it's still a little gem in my collection because it's got that cool recurve blade. I love it. And it's still today, no matter how many years old it is, no matter how used it is. I could take it out. I could use it for whatever I want. It's not the great, you know, super steel blade or anything like that, but it still is awesome. And my Kubey collection has just grown from that. That was actually my second Kubey in life, was that 003. And I think there's a new 003, but it's a little bit like the old one, but it's just not what the old one was. But Kubey has increased their product line, you know, 100-fold since then, and they just have so many different cool models all over the place, all different materials, different blade styles, shapes. They organize according to basically the quality of the steel, whether you want like a real good super steel, they have lines of that, or you could more affordable steels. I mean, they have lots of different ways they organize their stuff online. So you know, take a look at their website. Let me know how you like their organization, because I think they do it a little differently than some other companies. I'd be interested to know what you think of that. What do you think of this knife, though? Anybody like it? Would want to carry it? Think it's got a good look and shape to it? I like it. Thanks again to Kubey for sending it over for us to look at. I appreciate it. I always love it when Kubey sends something new. When Kubey sends something, I end up carrying it and using it. I do, because I love their stuff. 99.5% of the time, a couple designs that I'm like, well, that's really cool looking, but it's not exactly my style, but I love their stuff. Thanks, guys, for spending a little bit more unboxing time with me. Remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.